In the valleys of Shinano, Kawashima, and Ono, river mist often rises throughout the year. For the farmers, it is a sign to head out to the fields, and by the thickness of the mist, they would guess the weather of the day. Children run along paths hidden in the fog, their familiar school road turning for a while into a mysterious world. The elders stand at their doorways, gazing at the smoke-like haze in the valley, recalling words handed down from their ancestors. As the sun climbs higher, the mist loosens and melts into the light. Fields glisten with dew, and warmth rises like steam from the roofs of the houses. Such transitions marked the passing of time in daily life. Through this accumulation, people came to call that mountain the mountain where the mist visits Kiri to Yama. Following the sign from Mount Kiritao, I proceeded. The road split into two. Either way would lead to the trailhead. Fields stretched out, and the road became narrow. Ahead, there was a small tunnel. Since I was driving a small car, it handled well in tight spaces. Even so, I couldn't help blurting out, "So narrow," as I steered through. I've recently come to realize that the paths leading up to the trailhead are not just simple routes. Sometimes you follow forest roads, other times you pass through narrow lanes and villages. You might go along stone-paved approach paths, or walk along busy tourist trails. Each of these paths seems to quietly hold the stories of the connections between the mountains and people. That's why there are as many different paths as there are mountains, and that's exactly what makes them interesting. Each path serves as a delicate thread linking the mountain with daily life and faith. And even the time spent reaching the trailhead becomes an introduction to the unique character of the mountain. Let's stop by this spot for a bit. Huh? What's that? The life of a cicada is commonly said to be 7 years and 7 days. The nymph spends several years, sometimes up to 7, quietly underground. As an adult, it lives above ground for only about 7 days. Once it emerges, the adult gives its all during those brief days. It sings, mates, lays eggs. Its purpose is simple: to pass on life. The voice of cicadas in the forest is the sound of all that accumulated time underground. Released as a fleeting, brilliant moment. This flood of sound, arriving after long silence, makes you feel the intensity of life. In Japanese mountains, it is common to name trails or landmarks after natural features or trees. So, this place, Buna no Wakare, was surely marked by a large beech tree, welcoming and seeing off hikers. But now, looking around, no such iconic beach can be seen. The ridgeline of Mount Kirito marks the continental divide. Plantations and natural forests, each holding their own space, stretch along the ridge, separated. This is a place of dividing power. Which way will the rain fall, and where will the colors of the forest grow more vivid? At the summit of Mount Kirito, I sat quietly. From afar, the light sound of footsteps approached. An elderly woman was making her way up the Katari course with ease. "Today is my second peak," she said. She had come from Nagoya and had already hiked another mountain this morning. She had summited most of the famous 100 peaks, the 200 peaks, and the Alps. Only Mount Kasumizawa remained, she said, placing a hint of hope in her smile. And then she added, I don't have much time left. Her words slipped through the mist and struck my heart. After a life of hundreds, even thousands of summits, to still say, I want to go to another. It showed both strength and, at the same time, an awareness of life's limits. It held accomplishment and absence, satisfaction and longing. I thought of my own journey. I would never make chasing numbers the purpose of my life. Yet, looking at her back, I realized that this way of thinking was not wrong either. Her back seemed to ask, within the time we are given, what would you choose and what would you love?